Fatima is standing by Zach, holding him down. Karen feels like she's losing him. And Gary is pissed that he paid $3.2 million for Andi to get her back blown out in his penthouse. What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Sistas video. In this video, we're going to be doing the preview to episode 17. I am going to be breaking down both the trailer that they recently released as well as the end of episode 16 teaser scenes. So I'm gonna put both of those things together and talk about what I think we can anticipate seeing in episode 17. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notification so that you don't miss out on my sisters breakdowns. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So first, I want to start off with the end of episode scenes that we see at the end of episode 16. These are really just little teaser moments. And it starts off with Andi and Robin kissing on the couch in her penthouse. And I believe that this is going to be after the girls go and pop up on Karen, find Karen having sex with Aaron. They bust in and then they need to leave immediately. So they don't go and get to say the things that they need to say, which brings them to her salon the very next morning to catch her before she starts work. But before we talk about the sisters, we're going to talk about Andi and Robin. So this is also tied to the scenes of Gary actually looking through a telescope, I believe, in his office over to Andi's penthouse, and he could see square into her living room and watch her have sex with Robin. And at the same time, while he is trying to spy on Andi in this way, Jake walks in on him, and it's just like, don't none of y'all have no life? Like, Jake, why? I'm glad you here because you catching him doing this goofy but also, why the hell aren't y'all at home? Why the hell aren't y'all going to go be about y'all day? Like, at this point, it's well after 9 o'clock at night. Gary, what are you doing? Are you staying at your office just so that you could try to spy on Andi's ass because Hayden called you and told you that Robin was in town? So now you gonna have to stake up a tent in your damn office and watch in her bed in her living room to make sure that she ain't busting it wide open for the light-skinned lover from London. Boy, go ahead, okay? And what you gonna do if you want to do it in the bed? Because I don't think that you can see all the way there, right? Like, that's in a different part of the place. Like, make it make sense. Like, I'm not trying to tell you that if you're gonna be a really creepy stalker incel dude, then do it better. But also, the shit that you're doing don't make no damn sense, Gary. And then you want to get all up in a tizzy behind the fact that you spent $3.2 million for this penthouse, and now she's busting it wide open for this light-skinned lover boy from London up in it. But you said you gave it to her because you know all the hell that you put her through, right? You said that you gave it to her with no strings attached, right? You said that it was hers. Nothing about your name is on it. You have no control over it. All of that kind of stuff, right? Okay. She already told you that she didn't want to be with you. She already told you that she needed space. So why are you mad? Because you're a liar. Because you're a manipulator. Because you're a clown. Say it with me now. Clown. Whack is... Anyway. That's what we're gonna get in this episode, y'all, and maybe it's gonna give us a little bit of entertainment. But I'm still so very over the whole Gary storyline, and I'm definitely over the idea of actually getting behind him throwing a tantrum because he's just so damn jealous. He's always jealous, and don't nobody give a shit. And by all means, Robin, please bust it wide open on that counter, on that couch, in that bed, in that closet, in that tub, everywhere that you could possibly throw that ass in a circle, Andi. Please do. Enjoy yourself, mama. That's the least that you could do in that damn penthouse. Okay. Now, what I am most interested about, honestly, and it's like the smallest thing of the whole thing, but the thing that I'm most interested about is like, how is Jake going to respond with Gary admitting that he can see into Andi's penthouse and he's watching her have sex with this man? Like, is this the moment where you're going to drop the act, Jake, and then basically call Gary the goofy ass that he is and cut ties? Because at this point, I get that you playing double agent, I get that you playing both sides, I get that you holding your man Zach down, but at what point do you start to disassociate yourself from goofy man energy? At what point do you start to disassociate yourself from whack Negro tendencies? Because I get it, but then I don't. It's also not benefiting anybody with your relationship with Gary. Like, you ain't come up with no dirt on him to get him fired or disbarred from your financial institution. You have not come back with anything that anybody can use to make Gary's life a living hell. So at this point, why are you playing the both sides? At this point, I'm gonna need you to tell him how whack he is. Simple. I'm gonna need you to cuss this man out, tell him how much of a goofy ass gump he is, and walk out. That's what I'm gonna need. Immediately, Jake. Don't let me down. Okay, but moving on. After Robin and Andi get that good, and you know, they feeling great, they go into work the next day, and Robin is just going to be on a high because it gets announced that he is the majority stakeholder. He has acquired majority percentage of the law firm. And guess what? Guess what that means, Hayden? Can you hear me now? That means that he's your boss. That means your whole ass needs to count your days. Yeah. And speaking about Hayden, he's trying to confront Andi next episode, talking about how did you, I know that you got her out, or how did you get her out? That's none of your business. And that's right, Andi. I love that you wondering. That's what our good sis said. She said, I love that you wondering, but you will never know. Now get the hell on out of my office. She ain't say that, but she needed to go ahead and say that. I'm hoping that she has that energy, that subtext when she goes ahead and delivers these lines, because there's not enough hostility being directed towards Hayden's ass. There's way too much professionalism. There's way too much pleasantries and being polite when he's an absolute and utter menace that needs to be banished to the furthest depths of hell. So I'm gonna need that hateful energy to be spewed Hayden's way next episode, because I'm gonna need to see his fall ASAP. Okay. Now, Robin is announced as, you know, the majority owner of the law firm. Why in the hell is Andi standing right next to him when they do this? Like, if y'all gonna have your little office romance, can you be a little bit more inconspicuous? But you standing up there like the little proud wifey, I swear to goodness. But you definitely is in a side chick space. But we're gonna let you live, girl, because as long as the sex is good and, you know, he's able to hold his end of the conversation, and that's all you want in this moment, then okay, cool. But just take 2 steps over to the right, Andi, because you're just too damn close, girl. It looks very much so like, look at Mignon. And if y'all gonna try to hide it, then you might as well go ahead and hide it. Let's not be goofy. And I love in the trailer how Hayden walks up to fake congratulate Robin. He's like, and Robin responds, this is gonna be fun. Yes, this is gonna be fun. Like, you have met your match, Hayden. I cannot wait. Let the games begin. May the odds never be in your favor, Hayden. Okay. Now, going back to our good sis Andi, who I guess, you know, the announcement of Robin owning the law firm was enough work for her for the day. Well, actually, I'm lying, because she goes down to the jail with ZAC and Fatima first, I believe. I believe this is going to happen first, but it honestly doesn't matter which order it happens in. She goes down there and then she learns about the damn charge about the child support, which Fatima ain't revealed to her. But I guess that makes sense, because Andi is definitely a divorce attorney trying to handle all these criminal defenses. It's not adding up. We need to tap somebody else in. We need some more people on this team. But okay, cool. She goes down there to deal with that, and come to find out, they're going to try to persecute ZAC and keep him for 10 to 15 years because he violated probation with this second arrest after the child support arrest. However, I ain't tripping about this, y'all, because once it comes back that this baby is not his, which I'm hoping that this baby is not his, then they can throw that charge out, and that would go retroactively be able to be removed. So if the baby is not his and they take a DNA test and prove it, then they can retroactively remove putting him back on probation because of it, because it was never his baby. And that way they could throw this whole charge out, or at least give him bail for it, so it'll be fine. And then we wind up killing 2 birds with 1 stone, because the little Heather Jennings baby ain't gonna be ZAC's, and he ain't got to worry about this charge, really. They're probably just going to have to pay a little fine, a little restitution. But Robin got that handled. Maybe when his judge come through, it's going to be all good. And we cool they lie. Now, why do I say this? I say this also because, y'all, if you haven't already, go to ericavane.com. I'll keep y'all in the know. I got some information for y'all on there. But I have all of this season for a synopsis, except for the finale, because that's all that has been released. And in episode 18, which is the episode after the episode we're talking about right now, the synopsis reads, Hayden is consumed with finding out how ZAC keeps escaping jail time. So he's going to get out. Now, whether they're going to be able to disprove the whole baby thing and that gets him out, or just he gets out because of a favor to Robin, he is definitely going to get out. And episode 18 is going to be about that. So y'all, don't worry y'all pretty little head. ZAC is finna be free. No worries. And I honestly believe that we're probably going to get the Zatima show on BET Plus, right after season 4 of Sistas is finished airing. So we're gonna be seeing a lot more of Zach, even if he's going and dealing with a bunch of like legal problems. Now that brings me back to Andi, who going down to jail to see about Zach and then having to stand by her man's side and watch him, you know, take full control or majority control of the law firm was a very taxing day for her. Next thing up is for her to go and see about Karen. Now this is really just going to continue to chap my ass because Andi literally had a conversation with Karen, a very great conversation to Karen, where she was able to be open and honest and start to pull this girl back to reality a little bit and just give her honesty, but also show up for her in a way that felt very, very supportive and genuine. So the fact that she's on this crusade with Sabrina and Danni acting like she has no idea of Karen's mental state or where she's actually at or how she actually feels, or that she don't feel like Karen is actually starting to understand after she had this really great conversation with her at the damn law firm, makes no sense to me. But they show up at Karen's salon and Andy's still going along with this goofy ass idea that Karen is completely deranged. Okay, cool. And the only thing that we actually get to see in the trailer is Karen says she feels like she's losing him. And I'm like, Lord have mercy, girl, you have already lost Zach's ass. But if this is where she's at in her process of like starting to come to grips with it, then hey, this is where she's at. I'm not mad at it. If they're going to sit and have a really good, open and honest, non-judgmental sister circle moment, then I'm totally here for it. But if they're gonna be catty and judgy and weird when all of their love lives is fucked up, I don't want to see that, honestly. Tyler Perry, you can go ahead and keep it. Karen can keep doing what she's doing. Aaron can be her best bet figuring it out. The best thing about this thing to me is that she's going to have this conversation at the nail salon, so hopefully Pam will be there, and Pam always got her damn back. So if these fucking sisters try to gang up on her, then Pam will be there to support her and have her back. I'm 100% here for that. But if it goes left, like I'm anticipating it will, I'm just going to be annoyed. It doesn't look like we're getting anything by way of Bio and Sabrina and what's going on with that whole he's a prince to be storyline. And then also it doesn't seem like we're getting anything from Danni and either Logan or Alfredo, both of which she has pending dates for. So if they slide that in there, that would be cool, but it's not teased or anything in the trailer. And last but certainly not least, and it actually is kind of least, I ain't even gonna hold you. Maurice comes home to find Calvin and Q in his bed, I believe. And I really think that Q put Calvin in Maurice's bed. I think that Calvin might have fell asleep or something. I don't believe that Calvin and Q actually slept together or that Calvin wanted to sleep with Q. I feel like this is about to be a game or some type of manipulation that Q is trying to run on them, and it's annoying. But it's also annoying in reference to the overall story because regardless, I don't care if Calvin is gay. I don't care about Q trying to run another scam on anybody. I do care about Maurice's feelings, but only a little bit and not enough to continue to watch Q on screen. So at the end of the day, this whole storyline and this whole time that they're going to spend on this, it's really a moot point because nobody gives a damn. Truly. This is no longer even a great carrot to dangle in front of us. Like episode 16 ended with Q trying to proposition Calvin, and Calvin is looking all weird and he's drunk. And it's like a cliffhanger of like, oh, will Calvin take Q up on the offer? Don't nobody care. Do it or don't. But don't show me and don't talk about it because I don't care. Calvin, you're simple. Whatever. Be happy, bro. Whatever. Q, you was trifling and I don't care anymore. I have no sympathy for you. I don't care. So no. If they end up in bed together, it's the trailer. The synopsis reads, Calvin finds himself in an uncomfortable situation with Q after a night of drinking. Again, I don't think they actually have sex together, but if they do, okay. And life goes on. Like, it's just such not a point of discussion or of importance, and I really wish that Tyler Perry would release us from the shackles of these storylines and do something else with these characters. If you're going to redeem Q, Mr. Tyler Perry, then you need to get on it, because him continuing to try to be manipulative and slaying this pain around that nobody want, this funky, dirty pain that don't nobody want, it's not working. next season, y'all, Q will be getting a job, and I did a video on it because a lot of stuff came out to preview season 5. And again, you can go ahead and check out ericavane.com for all the information, as well as a few videos. I'll link them in the description box down below and in the cards above for the information that I have already for season 5. Q's gonna be getting a job, so clearly his character's not going anywhere. But this whole, is he gay, is he not gay, and how many people can Q throw that peen at to get money, I don't care no more. I'm tired. I am fatigued. All right, y'all, that is my full breakdown of, or preview to episode 17 of season 4 of Sistas. Now it's your turn. Let me know in the comment section down below. What did you think about the trailers? What did you think about the teaser scenes at the end of episode 16? What are you expecting? What are you looking forward to? What theories do you have? Drop all of that and more in the comment section down below, and I cannot wait to check it out. See you in the next one.